What happens when you find places where time moves exactly as slowly as you need it to? In this video, I'm showing you 4 little art-inspired day trips from Nice. Each place gave me something to reflect on. Hi, I'm Satomi. I'm a Japanese artist based in London. On my channel, I explore how Eastern and Western creativity meet through my own Japanese lens. I spent 2 months in the south of France, and for 3 of those weeks, I was based in Nice. Before coming here, I had been in London for 8 years. I was looking for a shift, not just in pace, but in light, in color, and in how I see the world. Impressionist painters have always been a big inspiration to me, so I decided to leave London for a while to follow the light and atmosphere that shapes their work. During that time in Nice, I visited a few nearby towns. Each place felt quiet, thoughtful, and in some ways, surprisingly familiar. There is a certain stillness, a sense of beauty that isn't loud, something that reminded me of home. First, Antibes, a town that surprised me in the best way. The reason I visited Antibes was to see the Picasso Museum, but once there, I discovered it was much more than that. The older town is full of character with lively markets and small boutiques that give the place a warm, welcoming atmosphere. It's the kind of place where you just enjoy walking around, browsing little shops, and taking in the relaxed seaside atmosphere. As I wandered through Antibes, I came across a few small artist studios. It made me wish I could live there for a while, just settle into the town's rhythm, and rent one of those quiet, light-filled studios to create. In 1946, after World War II, Picasso stayed there for about 6 months. The curator had offered him the chateau as a temporary studio space, and during that time, he worked intensely. He created a series of paintings inspired by the sea and the Mediterranean mythology. Many of those pieces remain in the museum today. One of the things I loved the most was seeing his ceramic works. I've always found his ceramics playful and full of life. The museum has beautiful collection, including pieces he made in nearby Valerius, which I will show in another video. Next, Es. Located high above the Mediterranean, Es offers breathtaking panoramic views that really impressed me. It almost felt unreal, like something from a painting. For me, the cobbled streets, stone houses, and lush gardens made Es feel like such a peaceful and inspiring place. Somewhere that would be perfect for an artist or anyone who loves quiet beauty. I visited La Chabato, a hotel known for its beautiful interiors and stunning terrace views. I just stopped by to take a short break on the balcony, but both the view and the interior design were truly unforgettable. One day, I'd love to stay there properly. On my way to the hilltop, I found a tiny art studio with one of the most inspiring views I ever encountered. Es is also known for its connection to perfume. I visited Perfumerie Gallimard's museum and then also looked around the fragonard shops. The village became part of the perfume tradition thanks to its location near flower-growing regions and coastal trade routes. Perfumes have their own stories, and the way people here care about that felt quietly beautiful to me. The next place I visited was Menton, a town near the Italian border with a gentle charm and a mix of French and Italian influences. Jean Cocteau, a French artist known for working across many different fields, art, poetry, and film, had a profound connection to the town. Jean Cocteau Museum showcases his evocative works. Artist Raoul was also drawn to Menton's scenery. As I was walking around, I suddenly came across the very spot he once painted. I wasn't even looking for it, it just appeared. Menton is also known for its gardens and stress cultivation, especially lemons. The town celebrates this every February during the annual Lemon Festival with colorful displays and parties. I also remember trying a lemon-infused olive oil at the La Prusse Hotel in Nice. It was made with local lemons from Menton, and it had such a fresh, clean flavor. When I visited, there happened to be a big antique market going on next to Menton's main indoor market. They told me it was a special annual event, but apparently there's also a small antique market held here more regularly, so if you are into antiques, it's worth checking out. Lastly, if you're a fan of Renoir, of course you can't miss the Renoir Museum in Cagnes-sur-Mer. Renoir moved here in 1908, looking for a warmer climate that could help ease his illness. He bought a large house surrounded by olive and citrus trees with a peaceful view of the Mediterranean Sea. Just a small glimpse of it, but it's there. The place itself is quiet and calm, and I could really feel why it would be a good space for an artist. Inside the house, you will find his original studio, some of his paintings, sculptures, and personal belongings. I also learned that Renoir didn't often invite many people to his studio, but a few close friends like Matisse and Bernard did visit. The studio still has his easel and tools, and it really gave me a sense of how he kept creating, even when his health made it difficult. It's a special place full of inspiration. In this video, I didn't include Saint-Fort-de-Vence and Mougins because I've made separate videos about those places. But if you are visiting the south of France, I highly recommend them. They are both beautiful and full of characters. Sometimes we travel not just to explore new places, but to notice what we are drawn to. And that can change everything. In the next video, I will take you to one of my favorite towns in the south of France, Saint-Fort-de-Vence, where I stayed in the former house of an Impressionist artist. If you are short on time and want a glimpse of the places that inspired me, I've put together a curated guide you can download below. And I would love to hear from you. What's your favorite art spot in the south of France? Or if you have been to any of these places, let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.